America. The word itself evokes images of towering skyscrapers, vast landscapes, and a melting pot of cultures, where people from all corners of the globe come together to create a unique and vibrant society. But behind these iconic images lies a complex and often turbulent history, a story of triumph and tragedy, of innovation and struggle, of dreams realized and dreams deferred. This essay will take you on a journey through the annals of American history, from its pre-Columbian roots to its present-day complexities, revealing the layers of its rich and diverse past. We will explore the diverse tapestry of Native American cultures that thrived long before the arrival of Europeans, and delve into the era of colonization, the American Revolution, and the birth of a nation founded on principles of liberty and self-governance, a bold experiment in democracy. Our journey will take us through periods of westward expansion, industrial revolution, and social upheaval, witnessing the nation grapple with the moral and economic complexities of slavery, civil war, and the long struggle for civil rights, a fight that continues to shape the American landscape. From the heights of victory in World War II, where the nation emerged as a global leader, to the tensions of the Cold War, a period marked by ideological battles and the threat of nuclear conflict, from the space race to the fight for social justice, where citizens have continually pushed for equality and fairness. This essay will provide a glimpse into the forces that have shaped the United States into the global superpower it is today, a nation constantly evolving and redefining itself. Long before European ships reached the shores of North America, a vibrant mosaic of indigenous cultures flourished across the continent. From the Arctic Circle to the tip of South America, Native American tribes developed complex societies with unique traditions, languages, and belief systems. In the Southwest, the Pueblo people constructed elaborate adobe dwellings and mastered desert agriculture. The Mississippian culture, centered in the Mississippi River Valley, built impressive mounds and engaged in extensive trade networks. The eastern woodlands were home to tribes like the Iroquois Confederacy, known for their sophisticated political organization and skilled diplomacy. Along the Pacific Northwest, tribes like the Chinook and Tlingit thrived on abundant marine resources, developing intricate woodworking traditions and complex social hierarchies. These diverse cultures were inextricably linked to the land, relying on their deep understanding of the natural world for sustenance, shelter, and spiritual guidance. Their stories, traditions, and values continue to enrich the cultural fabric of the United States today. The arrival of Christopher Columbus in 1492 marked a monumental turning point in world history, ushering in an era of European exploration and colonization that would span centuries and reshape entire continents. This era of exploration would forever alter the course of the Americas, bringing profound changes to the indigenous populations and the landscape. Driven by a relentless thirst for wealth, land, and religious freedom, European powers raced to establish colonies in the New World, each vying for dominance and control. The Spanish, with their formidable conquistadors and zealous missionaries, established a vast empire in South and Central America, leaving an indelible mark on the region's language, religion, and culture that persists to this day. The French, driven by the lucrative fur trade and the rich fishing grounds, explored the northern reaches of the continent, establishing trading posts and settlements along the St. Lawrence River and the Great Lakes, creating a network of commerce and cultural exchange. The English, arriving later to the colonization game, focused their efforts on the eastern seaboard of North America, where they sought to create new lives and opportunities. The founding of Jamestown, Virginia in 1607 marked the first permanent English settlement in the New World, a significant milestone in colonial history, followed by Plymouth Colony in 1620, established by pilgrims seeking religious freedom and a new beginning. These early colonies faced immense challenges, from harsh weather conditions and rampant disease to conflicts with Native American tribes who were defending their ancestral lands. Yet, they persevered through adversity, laying the foundation for a new nation and a new chapter in human history, a testament to human resilience and determination. Section 4. Revolution, the fight for freedom. As the 18th century progressed, tensions grew between Great Britain and its American colonies. A series of taxes and acts imposed by the British Parliament, designed to assert greater control over the colonies, were met with increasing resistance. The cry of no taxation without representation reverberated throughout the colonies, encapsulating the colonists' growing frustration with British rule. Events like the Boston Massacre in 1770, where British soldiers fired upon unarmed civilians, further inflamed tensions. The Boston Tea Party of 1773, in which colonists disguised as Native Americans dumped British tea into Boston Harbor in protest of tea taxes, became a powerful symbol of colonial defiance. The British government responded with a series of punitive measures known as the Intolerable Acts, which only served to solidify colonial resistance. In 1775, the simmering tensions erupted into open warfare with the battles of Lexington and Concord. The American Revolution had begun, a conflict that would test the mettle of a young nation and ultimately lead to the birth of the United States of America. Section 5. Building a Nation. The Early Republic. After a long and arduous struggle, the American colonies emerged victorious from the Revolutionary War, securing their independence from Great Britain. The newly formed nation faced the daunting task of forging a new government, one that balanced the principles of liberty and order. The Articles of Confederation, adopted in 1777, proved inadequate in addressing the challenges of a fledgling nation. In 1787, delegates from the states convened in Philadelphia to address these shortcomings, ultimately drafting the United States Constitution. The Constitution, with its innovative system of checks and balances and its Bill of Rights guaranteeing fundamental freedoms, became a beacon of hope for democratic governance around the world. George Washington, the revered commander-in-chief of the Continental Army, was unanimously elected as the nation's first president. The early years of the Republic were marked by both progress and challenges. The Louisiana Purchase in 1803 doubled the size of the nation, opening up vast territories for westward expansion. The War of 1812, fought against Great Britain, solidified American independence and fostered a growing sense of national identity. Section 6. Westward Expansion. Manifest Destiny and its Consequences. As the 19th century progressed, the United States embarked on a period of westward expansion driven by a belief in manifest destiny, the idea that it was America's God-given right to expand its dominion from coast to coast. This belief was not just a political or economic agenda, but was deeply rooted in the cultural and religious ethos of the time, painting the expansion as a divine mission. This expansion, while fueled by opportunity and adventure, came at a great cost to Native American tribes. The indigenous populations faced immense suffering as their lands were taken, their communities disrupted, and their way of life irrevocably altered. The Louisiana Purchase, the acquisition of Florida from Spain, and the annexation of Texas all contributed to the nation's westward growth. Each of these acquisitions was seen as a triumph of American diplomacy and ambition, furthering the nation's reach and resources. Pioneers, lured by the promise of land and a new life, braved treacherous journeys along trails like the Oregon Trail and the Santa Fe Trail. These journeys were fraught with danger, from harsh weather conditions to the threat of disease. Yet the promise of prosperity and a fresh start drove many to take the risk. However, this westward expansion came at a heavy price for Native American tribes, who were forcibly removed from their ancestral lands and subjected to violence, disease, and cultural displacement. The impact on these communities was devastating, leading to a loss of life, heritage, and autonomy. The Indian Removal Act of 1830, signed into law by President Andrew Jackson, led to the tragic Trail of Tears, in which thousands of Cherokee people were forcibly relocated from their homes in the southeast to Indian Territory, present-day Oklahoma. This forced migration resulted in the deaths of thousands and left a lasting scar on the nation's history. The Mexican-American War from 1846 to 1848, sparked by disputes over the Texas border, resulted in a decisive American victory and the acquisition of vast territories in the Southwest, including California, Nevada, and Utah. This war not only expanded the nation's borders, but also intensified the debate over the extension of slavery into new territories. This expansion, while solidifying American power, further exacerbated tensions with Mexico and deepened the nation's moral reckoning with the institution of slavery. The new territories acquired raised contentious questions about whether they would be free or slave states, contributing to the growing sectional divide that would eventually lead to the Civil War.